Hey guys, it's Rob here again from Halos in the Infield, coming live to you from once again the good old GM's backyard. It's time to play the game GM again. Angels made a little decision today and broke the news that Conowitz will be the fifth starter, putting Reed Detmers to the bullpen. And just wanted to reach out to you guys here and see what you guys thought about this, and if you thought that Detmer's the bullpen's a better thing overall, or is it better for him to go down to AAA, get some work in, or do we reach out to some teams and see, hey, do you want Detmers? Will we get some guys back in return? Let me know what you guys think in the comments here. But personally, myself, I believe that it's a good move right now for Conowitz to be the fifth starter. I don't agree 100% with sending Detmers to the bullpen. However, I do think that he could have served us a little bit better in the rotation currently, especially after a strong spring. I would have liked to have seen again. I'm going to get on Tyler Anderson's case a little bit there too. He didn't impress me this spring. I wasn't 100% into it for him, and I would like to see him do a little bit more, improve a little bit more. Again, hopefully he proves me wrong and comes out firing this year. But as of now, in the spring, besides that very last one that he had, I'm going to have to say that he was my guy to be on the outs for this year too, and that Detmers got that spot. But Angels made that decision today. Um, Let me know what you guys think about that here. It's a very controversial one, I'm sure, with some people overall, but at the same time, it is Angels baseball, and the Angels are going to angel, as some people say. So we can always see what happens after a couple of starts. But as again, I always worry about a Jose Suarez type to the point where we give him 10 starts or 8 starts, and then he has one good one, and then we keep him in there again, even though it's a failing start, 5 ERA, 6 ERA, and everything. I fear that with not Detmers, but Tyler Anderson itself. Again, I hope he proves me wrong. He pitched great last year, the first half. Second half got banged around a little bit, and it was tough overall. But let's see what happens, though. Again, let me know what you guys think here. There's still a couple other spots to be seen infield wise. It's Kyron Paris. It was announced that he was going to be on the roster itself, too. He was also seen playing center field. Don't know how I feel about that in itself, too. But again, I'm the GM for the day here. I would say no. I would say let's go ahead and keep this guy playing and keep him in the infield and see what he has. James, what's happening, James? He says the Angels going to be last again in the major league and minor league rosters. He needs to pitch every fifth game, but I love Jack in the fifth spot as well deserved. James, I 100% agree with you. He absolutely needs to get those innings in every fifth game in itself too. And you know what? We didn't even talk about, or I didn't even mention, what about a six-man rotation until you figured out what this was? There's a lot of teams going with that six-man rotation this year, and it's not just the Dodgers. So it's a tough one overall because you don't want to hurt a young pitcher who looked like your ace after the first couple starts last year and then mentally lost it. Almost, for some of you guys, I don't know if you guys remember him, but Rick Ankiel kind of reminded me a lot of him last year, where he mentally lost it, had the stuff and everything, has a good arm, can make good pitches here and there, but mentally loses it. And my thing is with Detmers, I don't know if it's a college thing, so I'm going to pick on Bobby Miller here a little bit. I think Bobby Miller's a legit pitcher the Dodgers have. But he also struggles with some mental parts of the game where he tries to overpower, do things he's not supposed to do instead of working to his strengths or being a contact type pitcher, going for those strikeouts. And it hurt him last year. His ERA was up too. But no, James, I agree with you 100%. This guy needs to pitch every fifth day. He needs to get his innings up there. Coming out of the bullpen is not 100% unless you're going to make that jump 100% for him to take over for Suarez as a lefty and get some innings in there and be like kind of a Matt Moore type who started off as a starter and then ended up in the bullpen in itself. Jesus says, man, I feel like a Cleveland Browns fan when you said the Angels are going to brown themselves. The Angels are going to angel end of the day, man. But the GM, again, let's see. I think Perry's cooking here and there, man. I do think he's doing a lot of good things. We give him a lot of slack here on the network. I know there's some things we don't agree with. I don't agree with it in itself, too. But again, we don't know what happens behind closed doors. His hands are tied most of the time, too, as we've seen with Artie not wanting to spend money, saying he wanted to go ahead and keep under the same salary as last year, the year before that. So it's tough, man. But let's see what happens. I got faith in Ron. Again, I'm not looking at this year as a year to go ahead and try to compete for the World Series, even though you would love to see it in itself, too. I hope these guys do contend. overall, but let's be realistic. It's looking like I don't know if a last place team. I think this team shows promise and could be a third place team. And then who knows? Hopefully they shock us all. We get the Halo Honks out. We're second place fighting for that wild card. But as of right now, I still think we're starting pitcher away from that, let alone another big bat, because as we saw yesterday, that Dodger game, they weren't pitching all their main guys, but those guys held us a little bit to the hit column there in the run column. We're not manufacturing runs. We're not getting there where we need to be. But let's go ahead and see who else. What do you think of Drew getting released from the Sox? He had a solid spring. So one bright thing about the Angels is that there's two worse teams than us that are poorly managed. Even worse than already. It's the White Sox and the A's right now. The A's are kind of going on the up a little bit. The White Sox, they never disappoint, man. They help us out big time. Love Chicago White Sox. Speaking of which, we really need to talk about how the heck did these guys get an opening day start in Chicago? You got to be kidding me. And the Angels, what's the last time we had a home opener? Actually, on opening day. We had to wait 2 series to see our team, our Halos, come back home. That's, I don't know, bone to pick there with baseball in itself. You mean to tell me the White Sox market's that much bigger than the Halo market? Yes, I know we still end up in the top 15 on ticket sales. There is no way, absolutely no way, that the White Sox are doing that. That's just my opinion. But yeah, Drury, how can you explain that? How can you explain him getting released after a solid spring? It's 400 hitter. I wish he did that with us last year. I did call out Drury a couple years ago. I was worried about the way he was, his hand placement on the bat and everything, and how he was seeing pitches, and I thought he was going to be bad. He ended up being good, but then he showed the same thing that I thought before he went and did last year. Drury got hurt. That's why they released him. Even then, even hurt. How do you release a 400 hitter on that? Unless it's going to be a long period of time. They don't want to shell out the money overall. But was it a broken hand? 2-3 weeks? Everything. They have a local kid from where I'm from, my South Bay area. This guy, Chase Mydroff, taking over, went to UC San Diego. Kid dominates. Had a tough spring overall, batting $180, something like that. But I expect big things out of that guy. Hopefully, I mean, it's a hometown guy around the area, but I know they have a lot of these young core guys. Maybe they don't want to pay Drury. They want to go ahead and move on to all these young guys. And I don't know why. Why do you sign them then? There's the Angels are going to Angel. The White Sox, who knows? Who knows? Hey, hello, Joe. What's up? James, who will be a breakout star and who will be the lone all-star season? You know what? Trout's comeback season. I'm going to go honkish on that right there. I think he wants it. He has a lot to prove. He had a lot to prove last year. Really disappointed. 2 setbacks and everything. But if I had to pick, it's Trout. Halo Joe. Yeah, man. I need some eggs too, man. The Easter egg hunt's going to be rough this year. A lot of rocks. A lot of rocks. Maybe potato colored in there too. But that's a GM move there. But yeah, I mean, Conowitz guys, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? It's some guys love the move. I love the move itself too, but I still think Detmers deserves a spot in the rotation here, and I do think we jumped the gun a little bit, giving it to Anderson right away. That's just my opinion. I would like to see it moved around. I mean, but we'll trust in Ron, or is this a salary thing? Maybe again too, where you don't want to see. Artie doesn't want to go ahead and drop one of these guys and spend money. Shocker. But for now, I mean, it's tough. Let's see what happens, though, right? There's a lot of baseball to play. Seriously, this team is going to struggle on the offense, lowest scoring in the AL. They are. I mean, that's where you got to manufacture it. I mean, we talked the last time when we did GM of the day. There's still some guys out there that you can go ahead and get. I mean, JD Martinez is still out there. A couple good hitters that we can go, and they can add value to this team. I know we got a lot of young guys here still too, but we're hoping to come up big. But at the end of the day, you got to call a spade, man. It's time to move on and see what we can get going here. Halo Joe calling out James. Rally Chris. Suarez got no. You can't cut a guy on the IL. You just have to buy him out at that point in time. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of pride thing going on there, and let's see what happens. I think the hope is Rendon. Possibly there's an outside hope where he wanted to stopped playing baseball, and he was done. That was reported last year. So if there's a chance he could walk away and retire, we don't eat this. I mean, let's see what happens number 6. But I don't know. I think the pride thing for Artie, because at this point in time, why don't you already do it? But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think you can dump a guy while he's on the IL. I'm saying, yeah, already. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what's going on with him? He's mental case, man. There's a lot of, I mean, baseball. They see a baseball psychologist, man. The guys, I don't know if everyone knows that, but in college and in pros, they all go see psychologists because it's a mental game in itself. Too. It's a very tough game on the mind, and it could get to you quick here. James, will the White Sox? Hey, James, I'm going to ask you that question, man. That around the league show. That's everyone's got to tune into that around the league show, man, because that's a good question there, and I know James is going to cover that. Hmm. I don't know. It all depends what they do at that trade deadline. If they're going to be sellers at that deadline and get rid of everybody they have and bring all these young guys up, and I mean, 6 guys on the IL with arm problems. I thought I was watching the Angels, but then who's over there? They got a couple of Angels coaches. A lot of the X's are over there. We had arm problems. They have arm problems. Is it the system itself, the coaching staff, what they're doing? It's got to be, man. I mean, proof's in the pudding. Baby Bartolo's got, yeah, thank God. Thank God. Rally Chris showing up. Yeah, man. Rally Chris, good to see you, man. OC Raider Halo. Raiders? Damn. I'm a Saints fan. I can't talk trash, but yeah, you know what? It's a win already. It's a win already. Even if Ian Anderson struggles here and there, it's a win because we know Jose Suarez is going to struggle for the Angels. I mean, everyone says, what if this, what if that? And he becomes the ace over there. Who cares about what ifs? We can't talk about that because we're talking about here and now what they did for us and what he was doing for us. He had a proven track record. He wasn't doing well. It works out in our favor once we got rid of him. Open up a roster spot, and let's see. And yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. You said the offense needs to produce. I agree 100%. Again, if I'm the GM, I'm going after these guys. They're still free agents. There's some good hitters. I got to look that up right now still who's there. Sorry, I'm not well versed or well prepared for this on it, but I still think there's a couple guys that can help this team out. And if they can't produce, at least you get another veteran here. But that's just me. I.e., I think it's our last year, the Inland Empire guys. I mean, I think our team's done, right? It's going to be Seattle's single A team here pretty soon. What's the WNBA? I shouldn't say that. Sorry. Halo Joe, you're getting me into trouble, man. Get me into trouble. Don't do that. But what is the WNBA? I'm kidding. See, James, a new Around the League show with MLB predictions. That's the show we got to tune in on right there, guys. If you want to see what's happening around the league and everything, there's a lot of good stuff going on this year. Baseball is climbing back, man. I know it's football still king here, but there's so much young talent in the game here today, and so many veterans who are in their 40s still, late 30s, 40s, who are still producing and still worthwhile to watch. It's amazing. But check into that Around the League show with James on Thursdays. You're going to see those predictions that he has. He's going to talk about those players that we don't normally get to see on a regular basis because I know me, I get home from work and everything. By the time I sit down and everything, I barely get to catch the Angel game. I missed like the first couple of innings and everything, especially with this new start time at 6. That kind of kills me a little bit, but just me. Any news on Neto? You know what? Oh, and there down I go, man. See, it's already telling me it's time to end the show, guys. Look at that. The whole thing. Any news on Neto? You know what? No, I don't know anything about Neto. Honestly, that guy's your key to your franchise. Take it slow. Don't rush him back. Don't do what you did to Mike Trout. Let's learn from our past mistakes. If not, we're going to be ruin another young talent who's going to be a premier player in this league. 100% Mahonkish on Zach Neto. But hey, take our time. We have depth. We have good depth this year to get us through that first month or two. So if Neto needs that time, take that time. Guy had 20 home runs last year, stellar defense, good batting average. He's the guy we need. If I'm the GM, I'm slow playing him. We know Ohapi. We know Neto. We want Shanwell to be the future of the franchise too. Joe Adell. I'm still a Mickey Moniak fan at heart, man. I still love that guy, but hopefully you turn around and everything get going. Paris, Rengifo, you got to take care of your guys. And we saw those predictions from some of those AIs 4 years from now. The Angels will be back on the map, but you have to take care of these guys and their injuries. If not, you're going to have a Mike Trout on your hands ASAP, and we'll be in trouble. And I'm firing managers right away, or I'm firing training staffs if I'm the GM. Is the single A team is the it's a team up north, right? Is it Washington, Oregon? But I have the hat too, man. I have the hat. We have 2 single A teams. Somebody help me out. I know somebody else knows this too. James, if you're there, there's someone else. I know you know the single A team up there, but there's still, let's see, team up north. I have the hat. Dust Devils, and then I can't remember, but it's the Dust Devils. But that's a single A team as well. But anyways, guys, just coming in, stopping by, saying hi. We hope you guys have a good week. The season, it's here, man. We've been waiting for all year long. I'm ready to be heartbroken. I'm ready. I'm ready to be let down. But at the same time, there's a little bit of hope. Got Moncada. We got guys who can make a difference in this offense. We'll see what happens. Will Adele be a liability in the outfield? No, I don't think so. I think Ron Washington, by far one of the best fielding coaches in baseball. By far, worked Joe Adele. I don't think we gave Joe Adele his fair shake. Todd, Fernando, Dominic, all these guys have alluded to James. They've all talked about this in years past. We gave that guy so much uncertainty, right? Uncertainty coming into the game. We could be up AAA, AA, COVID year. He's in limbo, kind of stuck his neck out there and everything. And he got exposed a little bit, but he's really worked hard. He was up there for the Gold Glove last year. I think he was a top 5 or top 3. But I think this dude's got to figure it out, man. But at the same time, you cannot play this guy every 3rd, 4th game and then pinch hit every once in a while and expect him to produce. Some of these guys aren't built like that. The only guy I've seen that come off the bench consistently like that was a Matt Stairs from the Phillies. I'm dating myself a little bit if there's young guys out there. They won't understand that. A Jim Thome type. Those guys were able to come out, have that one good at bat, and go back in. Joe Adele is an everyday player, 100%. He has speed, has a great arm. Think he's absolutely great with the glove. He's really improved. Look at last year, proof in the pudding there too. If you let him hit, he had 20 bombs last year. The average, yes, I understand it's a problem. But at the same time, he can't get cooking if he's on the bench half the time. If you're at the, 162, you're playing 100 games on that too, but intermittently, or 120, and you're intermittently out 3 games here, 2 games there. It's hard to get the flow going. And if he's got something cooking, let him hit. I don't care about matchups. I don't care about righty and lefty. If my guy is 5 for 10 in the last 10 at bats, let him hit. Let him go. So you mean to tell me these guys have never faced a lefty or never faced another righty in their life, that they have to go ahead and play matchups? I'm not a fan of that. That's just me personally. Right, Chris says the Quakes will be our new single A team next season. We're going back to the Quakes, because the Quakes back in 02, 03, 04, they were our team, and we gave them to those guys up to 5. But hey, we got them back. That's good. A little bit nicer stadium. I mean, that's just me. But see what happens. But hey, guys, that's just me tuning in. Let us know in the comments too here. Check out social media pages. There's shows dropping all week long. Wait till you go ahead and see what we have coming for you guys this year. There's a lot of new things happening. There's things in the works too, behind the scenes, that you don't see. These guys are working hard at. Todd, Fernando, James, Vince, Randy, all these guys, they're all at work here doing something. Dominic as well too. Sorry, Dominic, I forgot that. By the way, I don't know if you guys know what Grok is or AI wise and everything. Dominic got called. If you put in Halo podcast last week, Dominic's show came up as one of the better ones on the Halo podcast. That's a Halo in the Infield here show. Tune in, guys, because Grok's supposed to be the best AI in the world, and he is shouting out our very own. So, you guys, hope you have a good rest of your Monday and everything. Please, let's go ahead and watch that game right now. We're at home playing that ugly blue color team there too. They're going to talk trash, everything. And like Halo Joe said right there, like, subscribe, hit the notification. Good things coming to you guys all year long this year. Follow the Instagram page. Interact with the page, guys, please. Trust me. We watch everything. We see everything. We see those comments. Helps out the show. Halo Joe, I forgot. Halo Joe is also here too, working hard. All these guys are working hard behind the scenes, and we have a little message group, and it's crazy what these guys do, man. I don't do so much, man. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm computer literate. I don't have a lot of time sometimes, so when I can, I hop on and everything. But these guys are doing a lot for you guys here. We got a lot in store this year. They're working behind the scenes hard, and there's something big. I got a feeling something big here on the horizon for the Halos in the Infield page, and all these guys here are working hard and doing well at it. So let's see. Yeah, catch Halo Joes on Mondays. You got Todd Fernando, the show coming out Tuesdays. There, Vince. I believe Vince is Wednesdays. James on Thursdays. There's plenty of shows. Check them out, guys. Follow us here. Like, subscribe, comment, and please, please, please interact with the social media pages, because we do follow those. It gives us great ideas, and we hope to see everyone out there. And please watch out for good things to come from this page. You guys have a good one.